Hi, everybody. Good evening. I hope you are well. It's suddenly starting to be warm, and you can see the flowers all over the field nowadays. It's becoming spring. And I think next week or tomorrow, I think it's about spring equinox soon. And today, in this Starseed meeting, I want to facilitate you to connect to your starseed origin. And
Yeah.
I hope
Okay, at least you wouldn't have that messy.
wait.
All right. Thank you so much. No worries. That's all right.
Today's meeting, I'd like you to join to do the connection to your starseed origin, and I am hoping to do so by guided visualization. This is a part of this is a part of therapeutic storytelling work. It's a shamanic work of storytelling, connecting your energy to your own story and help you to create your own story, to reconnect yourself to your past and your previous lives. And today is the origin of your star. So, first of all, I'd like to talk about the starseed origin. What is starseed origin? Starseed origin is the origin of our galactic or universal origin. Like we came to this planet and we are starseed. And before we come to this planet, we were in the other planet. And some people has previous life in the other planet, but some people has many previous life in different planets. Because those starseed who come to this planet, they tend to bypass several planets which are related to this planet very much. So those stars we tend to bypass is Pleiades, Sirius, Orion, and Arcturus, and some people go through the Andromeda galaxy as well. So when we go back to the origin of our starseed, we might find one of these stars as origin. And it is okay. We don't have to go to the very, very fast starting point of origin, because when we go back to the origin of our starseed, we go back to where we need to learn from. So today I am going to do the guided visualization, and you will get to the point, to the star, where your experience and your knowledge from the star is most needed at this point. So the connection I facilitate for you today is something which is effectively useful for you now. Otherwise, the connection doesn't make sense. We might have farther connection, and we might have really distant past of the starseed history. But the connection we are hoping to connect today is immediate and most needed connection that we need to remember or that we need to connect, so we can make sense of our own knowledge or ability as a starseeds to be useful. So in order to facilitate this guided visualization, I also sent you some healing vibration. And this healing vibration is, なんていうのかな, if good for your physical system and the mental system, which is in short body and aura, and also it is helpful for you to just facilitate your spiritual healing at the spiritual level, like a connection to your higher self or your connection to the spiritual guides. Because when this healing is around you, you feel more able and you feel more safe to connect to your starseed origin, which might give you new idea or different ideas about who you are. And I hope it makes sense in the end. The connection will bring you some knowledge and some energy for you to use. And it might not happen immediately, but it will be digested in like 1 week time. And hopefully you feel something, you learn something from today's meeting. But I think the effect can be slower for some people. But I think it's most important that we retrieve those knowledge and ability and wisdom at our pace. And some people need a lot of digestion to go through to make sense of your ability or knowledge or your identity. So I recommend you to be patient and try to enjoy your experience. So that's first thing I wanted to say. And the experience of remembering or connecting to the starseed origin is almost like we finally find somebody who understands something in us which is impossible to translate into words, or which is impossible to make sense even to myself, even to ourselves. But there's something really important which we might have forgotten, or there's something really important which is waiting for us. But translating is not something it needs. We need to create using that as a wisdom or the material to make it something meaningful in this lifetime. The reason why it is so vague, or the reason why it is not easy to translate or it's not easy to express, is also because it is very important, but it wouldn't be valuable unless we use this earthy knowledge and experience to make it into something useful in our lifetime. Otherwise, the memory from the starseed or memory from the past life wouldn't become useful. Therefore, we wouldn't think it's important. So we are taking a very serious and careful step to use those wisdom and understanding and the memory and the history to use it when it is time for us to use. So part of the goal of today's meeting is to help you to connect to this wisdom and help you to connect to the support you would need to make sense of it. The starseed gift and the starseed memories are quite incomprehensive for human beings because it's not the earthy experience. And what we thought valuable in that lifetime wouldn't be valuable in this lifetime. But you came here to use the wisdom and experience because you felt there's something you can do and there's something you can really enjoy your life in this planet. So that's something which is really difficult because you have to create and nobody can teach you what it is. There's no direct answer to it because you have to create the answer itself. So it is a very creative process, and the creative process can be really complicated because to create something or to go through this creative process of creating something valuable or creating a new value or worth is first thing is to trust ourselves. And this trust is not a reasonable trust. We just trust us unconditionally. It is almost like feeling, I don't know what it is, but I feel this is very right for me. I feel there's something really important for me. And keep trusting that essence without trying to make other people understood. When you try to make other people understood, they would think that you're crazy. So one of the things is be patient with yourself and allow yourself to just create, do the process of creation. And in order to do that, you need to be connected to this sense of purpose or this sense of identity, which seems somehow important and somehow something really needed for you, but it doesn't really make sense. It is a very difficult process because you're creating something you don't know, and that's all about creation. But in order to start creating, in order to be able to continue the process of creation, you need to have a very strong connection to your own core or your own true self, as well as this origin of your universal origin of starseed. Because this self, this true self you might have, it's an earthy self. And there is another part of you which you need to be connected in order to create something for this universe or for this planet or for this world for you to use in your life. And it is very, it's not really straightforward or reasonable. So first thing I want you to do is to experience through the guided visualization and connect to the source of energy or the energy that you would need in your life as a starseed. So let's go through this process, and as we experience, I will facilitate to help you understand the important part for you. It will be individual and personal, so you can be sensing whatever comes to you and notice what is important, something you need to remember, something you need to reflect, something you want to meditate on later. So let's start the guided visualization, because as I guide you, I will explain more about the starseed origin. So I want you to relax, because you go through this meditative state in which you connect to your deeper core or your inner self. And I also send some energy and some vibration, the vibration which help you to connect to your starseed origin. This vibration is different by people, but what I'm sending is the first light you saw when you're coming to this planet, the first light, which is the light of this planet. You saw the light of this earth from very, very far, and you very much attracted to that planet. And you felt that this is where I live. This is part of my soul. This is part of me. I am one with that planet. That's what you felt before you came to this planet. So the first thing we need to remember is the light of this planet, which attracted us as a starseed. So that's something I really want you to remember from today's workshop, not workshop, but today's talk meeting. So in order to feel it, I will send that light that you have experienced. But the difficult thing is the light you saw as the planet is not really the light this planet is emitting. It is actually the light you had. Like it was reflecting your light. So this light you first saw is very personal again. So I am hoping to help you to get to see this light you first saw before you come to this planet in this visualization as well. So let me just try to help you to just connect to your starseed origin in this guided visualization. So please help yourself to feel relaxed. You can sit on the sofa or you can sit comfortably. Probably sitting is the best. And relax your shoulder Take a deep breath, and as you breathe out, you relax your shoulder, making your shoulder heavier. And take another breath and try to relax your back together with your shoulder. Relax your back and sit really comfortably on your chair or on your floor. And breathe naturally. And notice the noise around you. The noise around you, there is a rhythm of the noise. Maybe the noise is the noise of electricity, or from the street, or the wind, or maybe the birds. The noise that you can hear when you close your eyes. It is best to imagine with your eyes closed because you need to see the vision. I am going to send you the fast energy to help you connect to yourself, to your personal self, to your personal center, where you always decide what is important for you, where you feel all the emotion to decide what it is for you. So I am helping you to make a stronger connection with yourself, to be sensitive to your experience. Now you can imagine yourself in your heart area maybe, or somewhere you feel safe. You're standing in the ball of energy, which may be orange or pink, something really warm. You feel really warm and protected in the space. Maybe you are in your favorite color. For some people, you feel agitated in this space, expecting something to happen. Or for some people, you're feeling excited. In this place, you're starting to feel your third eye. Your third eye is starting to open a little by little. And as your third eye opens, the third eye emits a very pale blue-white light. Maybe for some people, it's a golden light. The light which represents your wisdom. Your third eye is slowly opening. This opening is not the usual opening of your third eyes. This opening is the opening to your inner wisdom. By opening your third eye gradually, you don't have to open it so wide, but as it opened gradually, the light coming from your third eye, pointing one place in the universe. And you're trying to follow this light. As you try to follow this light in your imagination, you no longer feel that light in your third eye, but you're following some ball of light which came from your third eye. Some people still feel the connection with your third eye to this ball of light, but you're following this ball. As you're following this ball into the universe of the space, you are feeling your body becomes much lighter, and you feel really excited like a little child. And you follow this light as the light takes you. And you know this ball of light is taking you to the place you need to go to connect yourself, to the place where your wisdom is born, to the place where your wisdom and your uniqueness is more appreciated, or it is more natural for you to be there. And when the ball reaches to the place, the ball of light spread its light all over the place and showing you that this is where you're from. Look around you and notice what's there. Notice what it is like. Is there anybody else? Or you're just seeing the scenery or the light? How do you feel? Do you feel lighter, warmer? Or how do you feel? Do you see anybody you know? Do you see any places you know? Or you just feel the connection in your heart, which heals your solitude. Now you are part of that light. You are absorbing the light. As you absorb the light, you start to see things more clearly. You start to see the people or the beings who are wanting to help you, who wanted to see you for a long, long time. However, they have been with you all the time, just only in this distance. They are willing to help you. They have a gift in their hands, and they're giving the gift to you one by one or all together. And it's such a nice feeling. As the gift reaches you, the gift melts into you and make you shine even more, making your body feel much lighter, making you feel happier. So please receive all the gifts which are given to you in this place. As you receive these gifts, you started to feel something really bright and warm on your back. You're starting to feel there's huge wings on your back. Those wings, it's made of energy. These wings, it's symbolically wings because it helps you to feel lighter and connected to your inner wisdom, to your origin. These wings help you to remember that you are okay. It's okay to be unique. It's okay to be who you are. You are doing all right. Try to open the wing. Try to close the wing. The wing is part of you. This wing is a symbol of freedom. This allows you to come back to this place whenever you need to. These wings help you to remember that you are supported and you're okay whenever you feel it in your back. And the wing can be retracted into your back as well for your convenience. Whenever you feel the light in your back, the wing will come back and help you to remember this moment and this place and those people and the support which is in front of you. As you receive these wings, you feel really satisfied of being in this place. And it is time for you to find your current planet, which is the Earth. So look around you and see the light which took you here, the line of light, which is a line that the light ball, a ball of light, take you to here. By following this line, and at the end of the line, you see the planet Earth. And look at the planet Earth. It can be really, really far away, but you can still see the light at the end because it attracts you. This is where you belong now. Try to remember why you are attracted to this star, to this planet Earth. What was your passion? Or if you are not sure about it, just feel the warm energy in your heart area. And remember the warmth in your heart. And as you feel this warmth, you feel the wings on your back start to shine in the light of the energy that you have in your heart. Now you go back to the planet Earth through this light or by the attraction. You say goodbye to your origin, to the people, but you know you can come back anytime now. You flap your wings again to make sure that you can come back here anytime. And you can feel them without coming back once you feel the wings on your back. So please make your way back to this planet Earth, to your body. You can open your arms or hands to receive as you come back. You could feel your journey to the earth. And as you come back to your body, try to feel the wings in your back, in your body. Try to feel the light in your heart. And as you felt it, gradually you can open your eyes and feel your hands and feet. I hope you can experience some energy, and I hope you had personal and individual experience in the planet that you have visited. And maybe you knew where it was, and this is one of your origin. There are other stars you existed before, and maybe in the future you will remember the stars again. But this is the most important origin that you're connected at the moment, which will give you the support and the wisdom. It is sometimes you can just see this as a kind of story of your inner story, but it can be also really real sometimes. But you don't have to, and please use this experience as much as it helps you. And the strange thing is, I work with UFOs and aliens, but I don't want to see them very much. So I just help them. And I mainly help the people who speaks alien languages or who work with aliens and UFOs. Some people find it difficult that they don't understand what they're talking about, or some people find it difficult that they can't switch off that language. And I tend to help all sorts of people who has this sort of problem. And I also used to help, you can think this is crazy, but I used to help aliens who visited me for the communication with the earthly people, because they cannot communicate directly with people in this planet. And when those things happen, you don't have to take it seriously. You can just think, oh, this is part of the dream, and just use the information you receive. Just use the energy you receive. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to convince anybody. You just take whatever useful for you, because it's not very believable. But luckily or not, I met people who works with aliens, and one of them I recently met is a guy who used to work in US in the special area where you see in the movie, like Men in Black. Maybe you've heard of this area called Area 51 or something. And he used to work with those aliens, and there are so many different kind of aliens. They are from different planets, so they can't exist in the normal Earth environment. So it has so many different rooms for different aliens, and there are way to communicate with them. So yes, for him, it is very usual thing because he worked with them. So I met those people, and I also work with saints. And you think saints and aliens are completely different beings, but some saints are aliens as well, and some god in this world, like a Greek god or Japanese god. Possibly they are from the other planet as well. And we don't have to prove any of these. It doesn't have to be true. We just use the information to make sense of what we are. And we just use these information to make whatever we have useful for our life. So you might have you might be visited by the UFO aliens, and ideally not. But when they do, UFO doesn't come as a big saucer. It tend to come with a little light, as if you were seeing fairies around you. So sometimes they come in a different forms or in a different sizes, and they tend to just give you some information, or they tend to come to see how you are doing. But it's really, なんだろう, in a way crazy to just believe they are aliens But if you feel they are aliens and they're UFOs, that's okay. We can just use the information and we don't have to prove anything. And I once took a photo of UFO, very strange shaped UFO in Lake District. And I didn't notice for a long time that there was a picture of UFO in my photos. But that's something, in a way, it's just there. And it's in a way normal. And more people are seeing UFO at the moment. More and more people are seeing aliens in this planet. And you will see them probably more in the near future. And you might be having more information from government or from different sources about them. But what is most important is regarding UFO and aliens, because they are from different planets. And when we use our starseed ability to see them, they look different to us. And it is like ghosts. Some people can't see them and some people can see them. So what I want you to, maybe it's just not one advice, is just take it as much as it is useful and true to yourself. And you don't have to believe whatever you're just told to believe. So you always listen to yourself. And everything can be fantasy, but you can still learn from the fantasy. So whatever is important for you, you don't have to prove it is important for the other people, because often it is very personal thing. So that's something I am just saying, because you might see or you might experience really unusual experience regarding aliens, UFOs, and starseed. And there are also different paranormal phenomenon going on this world. But you can just, when it happens, it looks really normal to some extent. And it becomes very unusual when somebody say, oh my God, that's not normal. Then I say, oh, is it? Then you realize, okay, this is not normal for the other people. So there are some phenomena, but you can just take it easy with everything. And the connection we made today, the Starseed connection, as I explained in the earlier, it might mean differently to everybody, but something can happen is a healing to our presence and to our being. Like what used to be not important becomes important, or whatever, for some sort of energetic block or mental block can be released or can be healed. So that sort of things happen. And also, なんだろう, if you meditate, you can connect deeper in the meditation when you have additional layers of consciousness, because through this connection to the starseed, we are opening up to the different level of consciousness, which is like a different layers. And the reason why I was explaining about how to take the reality is because when you start to have different layers of consciousness, that layer of consciousness only makes sense to people who has. And for me, it made sense because I used that layer to heal people, to develop healing method. And that's the only way that I could make sense of it. Like when I started to heal people, I was convinced, okay, so this actually exists. I thought it's part of the fantasy, but it actually exists because it works. So something like that can happen to you. Something looking really absurd, and this shouldn't be true, can be true to some extent when you create something. So something unique, when you're creating something unique, sometimes you need to take things seriously to yourself. And in order to do that, we have to have a very healthy mindset. The healthy mindset is we are healthy, that we are able to doubt something, or we are healthy, that we are able to try to check something on internet, or check something by meditation, or check something by, for me, like healing, if this work. So you have to have a tool to just なんだろう actually check the reality if it's useful for you or not. So the first thing is to use it for yourself. And next, if you have some profession like a musician or artist or doctor, mathematician, all sort of work, you can try to use your wisdom and knowledge in your work. And I used to be a business person, and I was really successful. And I used all these information and knowledge, but I can't teach others to do the same, because the knowledge and the information are very unique to me. And I just used it to make things happen. So that's something I have done other than healing. And I also used to work with other people. And when the one thing I learned in my experience, or one thing which helped me was, I think I said this before, that as long as it helps you and the other people, and as long as it makes you happy and makes other people happy, and as long as it gives life to us and to the others, that's right. It is good. So judgment is very difficult when you're creating something. So that's something I wanted to share. And I'm sure this is quite confusing, but I hope it kind of give you the way to use what you receive in the future, because maybe it's not now, but you will be receiving something from within or without. And it may be confusing, but you are the only person who can use it. And when you use it, I want you to remember what I said, to just try to make use of it. And I also want you to feel, I wonder if you can feel the wings that you came back with, like the energetic wings. Like if you move your shoulders and you feel something in your back. I used these wings when I was really, really lonely. Like I came to this planet and I don't know. Nobody knows me. Nobody know my language. Nobody knows what I'm suffering. And then I always feel the wings in my back. And as long as I can feel the wing, I felt, no, I'm okay. I'm actually okay. And yes, I have my intention and I will stick to my intention. So it really helped me through my loneliness and through my solitude and through my confusion, that I am okay. So I hope it helps you too. And the wings you had, you don't have to rely on these wings, but it is just a part of experience to help you to just have some connection, and the way to go back to where you receive the connection. So I hope you can use that wing if you want to, maybe in your imagination or energetic wings, and just feel happy maybe, or feel uh, soothed maybe, or comforted. And I hope it works that way. And I have now time for questions. And I'm sorry, I think I did a very strange talk, but I hope it makes sense to some of you. And I hope it will make sense when you start to feel your connection more, and when the things start to happen to you. I hope it makes sense to you. So let me see if I have any questions. And how can I see the questions? Picture area. So, do I have any question?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In the chat box.
In the chat box. In the chat
Yes.
box. Okay, sorry. Thank you. Got it. So in the chat box. Yeah, I have sent healing, the energetic healing to you today, but I will be sending the vibrational healing if you if you watch the video again. So you can do the connection again if you like to. And so if there was somebody who don't think, who could achieve the meditation well, and you can do it again when you watch the video again. And maybe that's the only question. Okay, so if there's any other question, maybe you don't want to know about aliens. Maybe it's aliens. So he said he doesn't mind. He wouldn't be. He's not working with the government. He was working with the film industry. He was working with a very famous film director who is too well known for me to say his name. But he was working with a film director and he visited this area to see all sorts of aliens, at least 240 types of aliens, and to just create that sort of makeup to just let the people see like alien. But he said some aliens are quite complex. So they finally decided, okay, maybe we can ask them to come to the movie. So in his movie, there are some real aliens in the movie. So that was hilarious. And some aliens are like really, really tall, like 2 meter and 2.5 meter or 3 meters tall, and very beautiful. And some people are like octopus lady, like something you saw in the comics. And some aliens are really beautiful, but extremely cold. Like if you touch them, you get frozen instantly. So you shouldn't really touch them. So when you see aliens, don't just touch immediately, but just observe first. And I don't think they will touch you or they will come closer to you if they can harm you. And those aliens cannot exist in the normal environment. They only exist in this special area when it is really conditioned for them to be able to exist. So you wouldn't see aliens walking on the street very often because it's not possible most of the time, because they can't survive in the normal air. So it's very interesting. And all the aliens who came to me with a big hat or very small ones or jumpy ones, and they are not visible from normal eyes. It's more like energetic beings. So you don't have to worry that one day in your balcony alien is standing and you don't know if you should give a tea or not, and that sort of thing wouldn't probably happen. But they are most of the time transparent, and they are aliens in human forms. And there are some aliens who are not starseed, but just aliens in human form. That happens as well on this planet. But probably most people wouldn't know if they are alien or not. But they do know that they are, because they are just transformer. They just transform their shape. So those aliens exist, but most of the time aliens are not harmful, and they are governed by most of the government is governing the aliens if they can come in or not. So there is a gate, and there are rules about aliens, where they can come in and where they should go out, in and out. There's a gate. So it's quite controlled on this planet at the moment. So you don't have to worry about the visitation of alien very much. It is
sorry
safe to happen.
interrupt. There are some more questions.
Some more questions. So can the alien be another dimension and still? Yeah. Aliens, they come to this dimension most of the time, but they can be in the other dimension. And it's very hard for them to contact us if they are in different dimension. That's why they come to me. So the alien in the other dimension try to contact you, then you have to have that consciousness of that dimension. Otherwise, you wouldn't understand what they're talking. So in order to understand the communication from the other dimension, sometimes you need to develop that consciousness of the other dimension, or they can learn to have translator in between. And often our spiritual guide can translate it if they have that knowledge of the alien language. And often they are also starseed guides and helpers in this planet who can come in to translate. Or the aliens can, it's not a word, they can make energy, earthy energy to send to us to make that sort of knowledge happen once it's in us. So that's what I call the initiation. So initiation sort of communication can also happen. And there are many people who speak alien language now on the planet. They can just switch on and off to just speak that language. And suddenly, when they're talking these languages, some people who speak alien language fluently, they don't know what they're talking about because the concept of the alien reality is slightly different from ours, and it doesn't make sense. So it's always necessary to have some interpretation system in you to make sense of what they're talking. So are they going to be any major revelation about aliens? So yeah, I don't know about it. I think it's governed by the government of all different countries. As you probably already know, there are reports and they have announcements, but most people don't take it seriously. And I think they will have to do some announcement soon, but I don't know how early it will be. But I think they will need to rebel because we are going to use their science to some in some industries, and we will have to talk about it in order to use that because they are some of their science help us to create a new materials, and in order to create that new materials, I think we have to have certain awareness. So it's I don't know how they do it, but probably I think they will initiate some energy to the people on the planet. That's one way to do it. And another way to do it is to just ask them to be part of this planet and develop the material using the consciousness of this planet. The consciousness is very much related to how things are. If our consciousness shift, the physical third dimensional material also shift. So in order to use the material from the other planet, probably they need to just change the consciousness of this planet. And in order to do so, the government probably would need to make announcement of what they're going to do. And how do we find out if someone around us is alien? It is very difficult to know, but the one way to know that they are not human is they are really capable, but still they are not very responsive to emotions. Some aliens. So if they are just mentally disabled, or if they are just problemed, they are not so effective. They are not so smart, and they would make mistakes. But alien would never make mistakes because they can shift the reality, and they would look cool and okay, and they can make things happen easily as well. So I don't want to talk to them, but they try to avoid certain people, and they can talk. Most of the alien can speak telepathically. So if you talk to them in your mind, they can talk to you, they can respond to you. So maybe that's a way I would check if they're aliens, but I don't want the alien to know where I am. So I wouldn't talk to the alien if I see them on the street. Shape-shifting reptilian. I don't know if they're reptilians, but they are shape-shifters. A lot of shape-shifters on this planet. And they change physical shape of the body. And when they shape-shift, most of the time, nobody notice that they're shifting, which is really strange. But only because they shift, as I explained briefly about consciousness, when they create or when they materialize something on this planet, they also shift the consciousness. So when we are involved in the shift, we don't notice the shift. That it just happens and you don't notice. You would say, if you are the person who can notice those shifts, and you can see that, oh my God, he transformed into something else. And everybody would say, are you crazy? He has been like that always. And you would feel that, oh, I am dreaming and something. So most of the time, the shapeshifters shift the consciousness around us. So if they are videoed, that's a different story, maybe. But shapeshifters shift the consciousness around them. So they wouldn't be noticed if they shift. And they are fourth, they are not fourth dimensional being. We are third and fourth and fifth dimensional being at the moment. And the shapeshifters are from the sixth dimension or seventh dimension. And they just use this fourth dimension to just manifest their being in this planet. But they tend to be the shapeshifters. Most of the shapeshifters, I think they came from seventh dimension, I think. But the concept of dimension is also quite personal. So my seventh dimension and some other seventh dimension may not be the same. So it's very hard to argue about this. I hope I answered your question. Maybe I should admit that interesting will be is fourth dimension acting like after gate to other dimension. Fourth dimension is individual dimension. It's not the shift or gate. There is a gate on this planet. There's so many gates on this planet. I used to create a gate in certain areas of the world, and I had to travel around to do the gate creation in different parts of the world. That's part of the reason why I was traveling so many places. But a gate is used for other being from the different dimension or from the different planet to come into this planet. Or the gate is also used for the beings in this planet, but from the different dimension to join the fourth and third dimension or fifth dimension. And when the alien from the other dimension comes, they use something called portals, and it is similar to gate, but when you go through those portals, there are some functions of the portals and gate. Maybe the portals gate in English is the same meaning, but I call differently. But there are some gate. When you go through the gate, you transform into the being that can exist in this world. So some gate has a function to translate or equip the being who goes through the gate so that they can exist on this planet. So they are such gate, which are not for human being, but for the aliens. And aliens and angels are not the same thing. They are not the same. Aliens are like people from the other planet. Angels are not people. Angels are the helpers to just help all sort of being, mainly human, on this earth, to manifest our purpose. So angels helps us to achieve our goals, and angels will know. I mean, we will also know if we are achieving the goal or not by checking if we are happy or not. So basically, angel will help you to be happy. Angel will help you to have joyful life, and that's the only thing they want. They don't ask you for return. They just want to make you happy. So completely different being, angels and alien. But some angels like Metatron, I shouldn't talk about maybe Metatron, but some angels who say that they are angels, they may be from the other planet, but maybe they are wanting to help us like angel does. So there may be such aliens which looks like angels, but they are not really angels. Okay. Thank you so much for your questions, and I hope today's meeting makes some sense to you, and I hope it will make sense to you sometime. And I hope this meeting was healing for you to some extent. And thank you very much for sharing your time with me and with us today. And I hope to just have you again in the other meeting. Next meeting is in May. And so then I don't know what I will be doing, but I will be probably doing a lot of different light work. And I will tell you that maybe this is end of the session, but the one thing is I do a lot of light work and I travel around the world, but most of the time I don't know what I'm doing. But all I know is I'm doing something right and I could make people happy by doing it. So, and I feel that is right. And when it is right, I can do it. And the money I will spend to fly and to stay, and also it will be paid by something, which is my job, probably. My job will pay me. So, yeah, so I can't explain even what I'm doing sometimes, but I will do as long as I feel it is the right thing to do. And the right thing, when you're doing the right thing, it will make people happy and make you happy. So I hope you find something exciting for you through this journey. Thank you for today. Have a good evening.